this whole situation with the IRS, you want to talk about autocracies? How does Biden claim that he wants to sit here and push back and sound the alarm on autocracies when he acts like one and he structures government to act like one? The ProPublica was the one that published, that was the entity that published all of this tax data. So everybody could sit here and bitch and moan about how much Elon Musk makes or how much Warren Buffett makes. It's none of your business how much anybody else makes. I get absolutely to the point of where I am nasty and rage about this. And I think it's because the people that are the angriest about it, they're all these like trust fund progressives. Have you noticed that the people who have no problems with communism or socialism are the ones that are going to come out on top regardless? They're the people who love big government. They're the people who love the state. Big government loves people who love big government. And they will make, just like communist China. Communist China makes very sure that the companies and that the people that support communist China, that they look really good and that they're taken care of. That's why companies in Hong Kong that are advantageous to Beijing and basically show fealty, that's why they'll be taken care of in Hong Kong. It'll be just a devolved, Hong Kong is going to turn into a devolved core of communist China supportive businesses, as opposed to the free, enterprising, whimsical place that it has been. But here you have the IRS, and this is a huge story to me. Not a peep. Hardly a peep from media. They're leaking all of this information. Well, let me change that. It's not hardly a peep from media. It's that they are hardly saying anything about it except to shame the people that are making the money. ProPublica will not tell anybody how they got this information. Nothing. Now, do you remember? Let me open my piece up here. I sent a newsletter out back in April. It was called the Big Pimpin' Tax Plan. I sent this out in April because under the spending plan, you have the $4 trillion American Families Plan. That shouldn't be confused with the $2 trillion American Rescue Plan. And that shouldn't be confused with the $2.3 trillion American Jobs Plan. That's all going to be paid by increasing taxes on everybody. Now, one of the things that Biden's doing is expanding and weaponizing the IRS. Let me just read to you this section. And this was from the American Families Plan. And that's the newest $4 trillion plus tax hike because all of this extra spending is going to have to come by way of something. This is what they write in it. And listen to the language. I want you to listen to the language, and then I want you to think about Karl Marx. It says President Biden's plan will revitalize enforcement to make the wealthy pay what they owe. We have a two-tiered system of tax administration in this country. Regular workers pay the taxes they owe on wages and salaries, while wealthy taxpayers aggressively avoid tax laws. So, and then they went in and they said a recent study found that the top 1% failed to report 20% of their income, and they didn't pay a bunch of it in tax that they owe. Well, I don't think that that's true. And the reason that I don't think that's true is because accountants are scared half to death and rich people are scared half to death because nobody wants to get audited like they did under Clinton. God's honest truth.